Welcome to Kusum.net. This is ASP.NET MVC tutorial and you are watching part 28 customizing the auto-generated edit view. I am Devendra Nikam. In this session you will learn how to customize the auto-generated edit view. Before watching this video, please watch my part 25, 26 and 27. In part 27, I was explained about customizing the auto-generated create view. Okay. In that I was explained how to customize that drop down list and a name property to not display in the text box, so one cannot change like that. Okay, so today we will learn how to edit, how to customize the edit view. Means inside of edit view we will change the property of the name, and for drop down list gender and department id, and we will change the font family. Okay, and see, let's see what we will do. So let's go flip to the Visual Studio and check what we can do. So go to the edit view. Okay, first I will change the font property of my view of edit. So I will add it with this division style equal font family Arial, and div tag here before body tag. So this is done, and after this font family change I want to change this gender and department id property. So inside of gender I want the drop down list. So what I will do, inside of gender property of the edit view I will add the list of select list item. For that I will delete this text box property and add this HTML drop down list select list item to display the drop down box. Okay, iterate HTML drop down list gender property new list select list item, and inside of that with text and value I have filled select list item and added this select gender property extra property. When user can don't select anything, that time it will display. Okay, and inside of this department property there is empty string dot empty. Means in the last session I was explained that in the department drop down there is the name of IT account department names and one extra string dot empty property, so we don't need that, and inside in place of that we will add select department. Okay, select department. So let's check and run the program. Okay, now you can see here this changes whatever I have done. Font family to Arial, and inside of gender there is now drop down with select gender string, and inside of department ID drop down I have added this select department in place of empty string. Okay, these two things, and from family I have changed. Now I want that the name property one cannot change using this text box. If I put this text box, then one can easily change this name property. For while editing, there is no need to change name property. Name property will always be uh, same. So I will do it using this display property, display for. Okay, in place of text box. So let's go to the name property of edit form, this name property, and what I will add in place of this editor 4 I will add display 4. Okay, so it will just display the name, and one cannot change the value of the text box. In place of text box now there will be label. Right, you can see here this name property have Ashok Singh, and there is no text box, so one cannot change this name. Right, now uh, if I edit, this is my edit form, and I want to edit something. Suppose in place of gender there is male, name Ashok, and now I want to save. See what happened. So edit cannot change using this. Why? Because inside of this edit field we have just the validation is not completed without the name property. Okay, for that, so we have to pass the name value. To pass the name value we require this HTML hidden for. Okay, at the rate HTML hidden for, and inside of that we will pass the value of the name. Okay, now see, we can edit using this. So let's run again. Let's run again and edit this Ashok Singh property. Alright, I am changing this gender property to male and leave this name property as it is. Then it will edit, okay, without any error. Okay, why? Because I have passed the hidden value for the name property here. This for hidden. Okay, now I want to handle the validation errors dynamically inside of this edit function. So, what I will do, I will add, means I want to write the code that give us the proper security. Means the fiddler tool or postman tool cannot edit the name property. For that, I will add here include exclude property using bind attribute. So you can see here that this update model function include and exclude list parameter. I have explained about this update model functions and include and exclude uh, parameters in part 20, and using this bind attribute, bind, okay, bind attribute uh, updation I have explained in part 21, and using interface is also explained in part 22. So all things are done, and we are using this bind property using include and exclude list now in this our application. So go to the Visual Studio, and to provide proper security we will add here the bind attribute. So bind, let's use bind, okay, bind, and add exclude name, exclude property. Why? Why? Because we want to provide security for name property. No hacker can change in the name property. So bind exclude equal to name, and we will add these things. Okay, control P. Using this customer object we will create one another object and passing in this db.customer single id and match with this customer object that id. Okay, and using that object I will pass date of birth, gender, city, and department ID. Okay, I am not passing now this customer name property, and using this customer from DB object inside of this model state.valid property, because when added to the model, that time it will validate using this, and only this properties whatever I am explaining inside of that, it will give the validation errors. Okay, now let's run the program and see what happens. Okay, so you can see here I can easily edit now in place of this, suppose 091989. Okay, shipping. Okay, I'm not changing this name property. Save. It's editing safely. Okay, and now if I remove these comments, what happens? Let's check. Control KU. Okay, now edit with this, and I'm changing this department ID, and the name can't change. Yes, you can give safely editing. So let's go now, but I have added this in editing property, this as a label. If I want to create the another view, another form, then what it will happen, it will create this, but I want this here, the display property. For that, now I will create this one new form, and I don't, if user not edit this name property and edit this all the things, create this all things, and not give the name, then what happens, it gives us error. Okay, DB entity validation exception was unhandled by user code. Why this error? Because here we want to set that validation property, because inside of this edit 2 we have provided that security to the name. Now to remove this error, we will do some late changes in the create method. Okay, for that I will add this control KU. If string dot is null or empty customer dot name, then model store dot add model error name property, the name field is required. Okay, when user not add the name, that time it will display the error. So now run the program, save it, and this error will be removed. Okay, let's create new customer. Write, if I don't write the name and fill up this all things. Okay, this display this, the name field is required, validation error, because we have added this here, this validation code. Okay, if name not this, not if name is null, then provide this error. Okay, so if user fill this thing, suppose it is female. Now you can see here this record is get updated or created. Okay, so thank you for listening my video. And if you want to contact me, you can contact me. If you like this video, please subscribe it, or if you already have subscribed it, then please like and share it. Thank you. Have a great day.